Hey everybody, what's going on? Tom Dunn here from Through the Black. You are watching the Atomic Arena. Welcome to the Atomic Arena. This is my new YouTube channel. You can check out my other YouTube channel at YouTube Through the Black. Hey, anyway, guys, do me a favor. Would you give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, comment on this video, and let us know about your cornerstone memories, okay? And I'm gonna start a new series here. We got a lot of things coming up, and this is going to be one of them. It's called Cornerstone Memories. How many of us have been to Cornerstone? How many of us have just for years went to Cornerstone? I went there over 10 years. I think it was 13 years that I went to Cornerstone. Not as much as some of you. Some of you guys have been to 20 years and every single one of them. But I have a lot of memories from those that camp out time in the summer. It was the number one thing that we look forward to. We would just look forward to it all year round. We would go there, we would show up early, and we would spend sometimes a week there. And then as soon as it was over, we would plan for our visit the next year. So anyway, guys, I want to jump right into it. I cannot remember the exact year that this happened. Okay, I'm pushing 50 here in a couple years, and I forget some of these things, like the details of time and years. But one year, I was heading out to Cornerstone, and I spent all day driving. Okay, I'm from Ohio, and I went across Indiana and Illinois. And the clouds were kind of dark, and it was looking kind of crazy. I made it to Cornerstone, and probably a day and a half early. And I head out there, and I head over to the place where I just had been camping for years. It was behind the Encore One stage, and I got out, and I was trying to decide: am I going to put my tent up, or am I going to look around a little bit? So I was just excited just to try to catch up with some friends and see what was going on. So I did a quick look around, and the storm was getting really bad. I mean, you could see it coming in. I was like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't put my tent up right now. And I thought I'm going to go over under the Encore One stage and go in there and just kind of wait for this storm to pass. And then I decided, no, I think I'm going to go sit in my car. And then, when the storm passes, I'm going to put up my tent. Well, I'm so glad that I did that, guys. Who was there? Who was there before the festival started? And they remember this. And there was talk of a tornado touching down somewhere close there in Illinois. Okay. Bushnell, Illinois, of course, was the closest town. And I got in my car, and I'm telling you, it was just minutes later that this crazy storm just went right over top of us. And the rain was coming down so hard, I couldn't see out my windshield. But it was like I was looking out, and I could see all the tents set up. The main merch tent you could see off in the distance. The two Encore tents were set up. And there were, some people there, not a whole lot, but there were people that, had already set up their tents. And this storm came in and wiped out all of the tents, all of the big tents. The tent that I was going to go under for shelter, taken down. The Encore One and the Encore Two tents, the merch tent, taken down. Okay, I'll never forget. I watched a guy's tent roll. It was one of those round tents, or those what would you call it, like an octagon tent. And this guy's tent was rolling like a tire. And this is as the storm was coming to an end. And this guy was running full speed, trying to catch his tent. I saw it right out the front of my windshield. And I couldn't believe what I saw. And the storm was over, and I got out, and the whole place was flattened. Every single gigantic tent was taken down. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe what happened. Crazy, crazy. And I remember just kind of looking around there and walking around and looking for survivors. and people were just like, okay, well, it wouldn't be Cornerstone without rain. But anyway, I remember shortly after that, I went into a porta potty and I was looking around. I was like, why is there's mud all over the place inside of this thing? And then I was like, oh, shoot, this is not mud. So I took like one finger and I pushed the door open and I went out. I went out of the porta potty. Yeah, folks, that was not mud. And some of those porta potties had been knocked over on their side, and who knows what happened inside. But anyway, I found one that was actually clean. And so I watched as people came in to Cornerstone Fest over the next couple of days, and everybody was like, man, I can't believe they don't have the tents up yet. Why are they so slow in getting these big tents up? And we actually did have them up. We didn't. I mean, not me, but the crew did. There they had all the tents up, but they were all knocked down, and nobody knew what happened. And everybody's like, "Man, they're really running behind this year. I can't believe that they're not up and ready to go." So anyway, that was a crazy year. That was a crazy year. I know that there's a Walmart there in, I believe, the Canton area, and they had to go in and they had to, a lot of people had to go buy more tents because the tents, their personal tents were just blown away. They were gone and never found, probably in the top of a tree 10 miles away. Who knows? Do you guys remember this? Who was there? Who was there early enough to see this craziness? I'm pretty sure my friend Caleb Olson from Boot to Head Records was there. I'm wondering who else was there. What are your stories? What do you remember about this year? What year was it? I don't remember. Guys, I want to hear from you. I want to hear about your Cornerstone stories. I have a lot of them, and I know there's some out there. And hey, if your story is a good story, we want to bring you on air. We want to hear from you, and we want to tell these stories. Cornerstone is an event that's close to our heart. There's a lot of amazing things happen there, and a few bad things that I'm going to talk about too. But man, I loved going to Cornerstone. It was like home. It was like family. It was like a place you went where you felt normal. Okay, where you were surrounded by people that loved the same music and the same bands that you did. So what are your Cornerstone stories? I want to hear from you in the comments. And then if you I don't have an email set up yet for this channel, but I'm gonna get one out there. I'm gonna give you guys a chance. Leave me a comment. Let me know how to get a hold of you. And I can't guarantee that we're gonna bring you on the show, but we want to hear your Cornerstone stories. So again, guys, thank you for liking the video. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. We are in our infancy right now. I have another channel. We have, I can't even remember how many people we have. We got thousands of people subscribed to that one, but that's my Through the Black channel. This is a little bit different. This is about my love for music and talking about that. We're going to be talking about so many different things on this channel. We're going to do interviews. We're going to do so much stuff, and I can't wait to get this thing rolling. But this is my first Cornerstone Stories show. So thanks, guys, for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Okay, bye.